In this first lesson, we're going to be going over 4 words. Your dog probably already knows these words, but now you can do them around crazy distractions. The first word is come. Come means come to you within petting distance. The second word is off. Off means quit doing what you're doing. Jumping up, digging a hole, eating a shoe, anything you want your dog to quit doing, you can now use the word off. This is going to replace no, quit it, don't, leave it, It's going to replace all those other fun words we would normally use. It's going to take you a while to get used to the new word, but it'll happen fast. And the third word is quiet. Quiet is going to be for any nuisance, barking, crying, whining, or growling. And that fourth word is the release word. It means go be a regular dog. You can go do whatever you want to do. Most of my clients choose the word go play because it's fun. You can also choose free, break, release, at ease. One of my clients says hippo. Another one says get lost. You can say yip yip or yeehaw. It's up to you. The key is stay consistent. All you got to do is tap the C button whenever you say a magical word, a word with an expectation. So, looking over those 4 words, the first 3, I have an expectation. I expect your dog to come to me, quit doing what they're doing, or be quiet. So, with come, off, or quiet, you'll tap the C button as you say the word. So, it'll look just like this. Come, off, quiet. Now, your human brain is going to want to give your dog a chance first, or hit the button if they don't do it. Instead, hit the button every time. I'm trying to show your dog these words are important and to pay attention to these words no matter what. Plus, you're starting on level 0, so odds are your dog's not even feeling the sensation. With that 4th word, go play, I don't have any expectations. They can do whatever they want. So we're not going to hit the button with go play. Now, as long as your dog makes an attempt, you're going to stay on the level you're at and help them as best you can. An example of an attempt, you tell your dog come and they sit instead. They're trying, they're not distracted, so you're going to stay on that level and help them. When I say help them, you can pat your legs, you could kneel down, you can grab a treat or a leash, anything to help them out and show them what they're doing is an option, but you want them to do something else instead. Another option or another example of them making an attempt would be you tell your dog come and they go to someone else. Well, it's an attempt. That's usually a set of legs they go to. They're probably standing closer. It's an attempt. Stay on that level and help your dog as best you can. The difference would be, what if your dog doesn't make an attempt? What if you tell your dog come on baseline and they're smelling a good piece of grass or they're staring at another dog? If your dog doesn't make an attempt, slowly adjust the levels up until you get their attention and turn it up about 5 or 10 points. So starting on level 0, come, make a slight adjustment up. Come, make another slight adjustment up. Come, until you grab their attention. Once you grab your dog's attention, go back to baseline. Imagine it's like me trying to get your attention at the Broncos game, and then we head back to the house and I have to then lower my voice. So again, once you grab your dog's attention, go back to baseline as soon as possible. You also have the ability to hit the button for other members of the family or for your guests. All they have to do is say the command and you hit the buttons for them. I find if you say the dog's name first, it's easy to match up everyone's timing. So it'll be Fido, come, or hey, your dog's jumping on me, go ahead and hit the buttons. It'll be Fido, off. You can hit the buttons for each other. Nice little trick for the kids or when guests come over. The next command I want to talk about is off. Off means quit doing what you're doing. Jumping up, digging a hole, eating a shoe, anything you want them to quit doing, we're now going to use the command off. In the beginning, this is hard for a lot of families because we're used to using no, quit it, don't, leave it. We have a smorgasbord of different words we use. So try and help each other out. The new word is off. off is handled a little bit different with the equipment than come. If you remember with come, we were constantly asking ourselves the question, is your dog making an attempt? And we went into helping them at the first chance. With off, you're going to turn it up a little bit each time until your dog quits doing what they're doing. So an example, starting on baseline, 0, your dog jumps on your guest, you tell them off, they keep jumping, you turn it up to a 5, you tell them off, you go to a 10, you tell them off, and then they quit. With off, don't give your dog treats or don't give them pets or physical love. I have a little poem, you only want to treat what you want to repeat. You can give your dogs treats, pets, toys, love, whatever you want with come and sit and fetch, that's okay. But off and quiet, those are the only 2 words where I don't want treats or I don't want pets or physical love. Instead, you can give them verbal praise. You can say, good dog, good Fido. I say good choices, but I only want verbal praise with off and quiet. Once your dog stops with the off command, you're then going to reset back to baseline. The next command I want to talk about is quiet. Quiet means stop making noise. This could be barking, growling, whining. It's up to you, and you be the judge when the noise is appropriate. Some of my clients don't want the dogs to bark at all. Some don't care. At my house, the dogs can bark, let me know someone's here. I then make a determination if they should be quiet or not. So you be the judge. Quiet and off are handled the same exact way. You're going to adjust the level slowly until your dog's quiet. Once they're quiet, you're going to go back to baseline. This also works if your dog's in a crate or in another room or outside. You can tap the button and slowly adjust it until they're quiet. Also works great for off in those situations too. If you're on a Zoom call, you can tap the button until your dog stops chewing on the wires. It's almost like the ghost of Jesus is talking to him through the wall. But don't be afraid to use the equipment without the words in those emergency situations. During the week, your homework for the come command is 20 repetitions of come throughout the day. Don't feel you have to do it all at once. Try and get them in throughout the day. If your dog's outside, tell them come. That's just 19 more reps you have to do. You can also call your dog in between multiple people to rack up some reps pretty fast. Sometimes call them away from distractions. Sometimes call them when they're not distracted. Be sure you can see your dog though. Make sure you can see them to make sure if they're making an attempt. And again, if they're making an attempt, help them. If not, slowly adjust it until we get their attention. With the off and quiet command, don't feel you have to do dedicated reps. You don't have to do 20 reps like the come command. Just get it in throughout the day as it fits your dog. Some dogs, they're going to hear off and quiet 100 times a day. Other dogs, you'll use it sparingly. So it's up to you. Use it as needed. During the first week of training, the most common mistakes I see people make is they'll turn it up when their dog doesn't come right away. Super common. That's how we think the equipment's worked. Instead, slow down and ask yourself the question, is your dog making an attempt? If they are, help them. If they are distracted, that's when you'll slowly turn it up and then go back to baseline as soon as possible. Another mistake I see during the first couple days is the dog won't know where the sensation's coming from, and they'll pout or they'll quit. They'll go to their safety spot, or they'll stop coming to you and they'll go the other way. When that happens, recognize it as an attempt. Treats might not work or patting your legs might not work in that situation, so put a leash on and help your dog out. Even if it means reeling them in like a fish, that's okay. Do 5 reps and then quit on your terms. Don't let them pout and they'll figure it out real quick.